advocates for justice, today and every day, it is imperative that we stand in solidarity with the Palestinian people. We don't get to choose which day and which part of the issue we support, which part of taking care of the people we support. We support humans, and so we support anything that's going to make lives better for humans. And that includes the Palestinian people wherever they live. And so on tomorrow, May 15th, as the 77th commemoration of the Nakba dawns, we remember the deliberate uprooting and dispossession of a vibrant people, a people whose homes were razed, whose families torn apart, and whose dreams were deferred. This resolution is our moral compass. And we've been staring this moral compass in the face for 19 months. This moral compass, it causes us to not be able to look away from the pain of the past and the ongoing justice of the present. We must name the truth. In 1947, the United Nations Partition Plan carved up Palestine against the will of its indigenous majority. And in the months that followed, Zionist militias waged a systematic campaign of violence. We still see the violence, massacres, forced expulsions, and the destruction of over 400 Palestinian villages. By 1949, we know that 3/4 of the Palestinian population had been driven away, their right to return not honored. Today, there has been no repair. So what happened in the past had yet to be repaired, and now we're here today. Millions of Palestinians are displaced, starving and under siege. We watch the videos over and over again and say, oh, that's so horrible. And we go back to our lives. Their children continue to suffer from malnutrition and a lack of clean water, while U.S. tax dollars continue to flow into the very weapons that demolish homes and block humanitarian aid. This resolution demands we reclaim Palestinian rights and our own integrity that the United States lost so long ago, if it ever. It calls on our nation to commemorate the Nakba, to denounce its ongoing legacy, and to educate every person of this country about our country's role in its complicity, in this catastrophe. It insists we restore social services through UNRWA, uphold the right of return guaranteed by the UNGA Resolution 194 and Article 13 of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, and end U.S. support for arms used to destroy Palestinian communities. We know that justice deferred is justice denied. We know that every moment we remain silent, more families lose their homes, more families lose hope, more families die. So today, I urge every member of the House to embrace this resolution, not as a gesture, but as a promise that the United States will finally, at this moment in time, stand for humanity over hypocrisy. Such a hard thing for the U.S. to do. For truth over turning away. Such a hard thing for this House to do. And for freedom of all people, all means all. If you look it up, it just simply means all. This is our chance to make a demand on the history that should be singing a different song. This is our chance to affirm international law, to lift every voice crying out for justice and the legacy that we should have repaired. Let us walk through this door of courage together, because peace without justice is no peace at all. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Mike Ferner. I'm former director of Veterans for Peace. I was a hospital corpsman in the Navy during the Vietnam War, and I know what war does to people. For 3 years, I worked in a hospital and tried putting together the broken pieces of humanity that our government sent back from Vietnam while we were busy killing 2 million people in Vietnam. And I learned shortly after I got out of there the wisdom of what Smedley Butler, a Marine Corps Major General, said, that war is a racket. It always has been. It always will be. And that racket is run by the corporations and run by the people with well-manicured hands and smooth faces who make a lot of money out of the misery that war causes. And this is going on today, as you've heard and you know about what's going on in Palestine. What I wanted to mention is just very briefly one thing, that as of 5 days ago, the IPC, the Integrated Food Security Phase Classification, said that Gaza's entire population is at critical risk of famine, and 500,000 are in danger of immediate starvation. Is this what we think America is all about and should be doing with our tax dollars? Should we be pouring billions and tens of billions of dollars into Israel so they can bomb and burn innocents, so they can provide health care for everybody in Israel, while tens of millions of people in this country have no health care? Last year, 5 miles from this place, Aaron Bushnell self-immolated. Senior Airman Aaron Bushnell, the protest against his genocide. Not many of us have the courage that Aaron had. But this war is killing all of us slowly inside, as we know the reality of what happens to people on the ground. And to do the best we can, veterans and allies are going to have a fast for Gaza starting May 22nd. 40 days at 250 calories a day, which is probably more than they get in Gaza. 40 days in New York at the UN, and we hope hundreds of people around the country participating wherever they are. The two demands of that are full humanitarian aid under UN authorization and no more U.S. weapons to Israel. It's the least we can do. It's what we have to do to tell the people in this House, who are not our government, they're owned and rented and bought by you-know-who, but as these congresswomen have said here, it's our responsibility to stand up and make these SOBs listen and try to get them to do the right thing. Thank you.
Thank you, Mike. My name is Josephine Gilbo. I am a 17-year Army veteran and a former intelligence officer. 74 days. 74 days the Israeli government, along with its accomplice in genocide, the American government, has not allowed food or water to enter inside of the concentration camp that is known as Gaza. 74 days, no food has entered to 1 million starving children. Where is the hypocrisy in our government when we are supposed to stand on Christian values, on the teachings of Jesus Christ, hungry and stand with the poor? Our corrupt politicians are blasphemous. They use Christianity to perpetrate an agenda. That is all that they do. It is time for mothers, for Christians, for Americans, and for patriots to stand with